Hello, I'm Teddy Ruxpin, and I'd like to tell you a story.
Am I in the story?
Why, yes, you are, Grubby.
Oh, boy. This sounds like a good story. So far.
Well, one day, Gimmick, Grubby, and I went on a hike into a part of Boggley woods none of us had ever visited before.
Wow, look at all the bright leaves on these trees.
This must be the most beautiful part of the entire forest, Gimmick.
You're right, Teddy, and it's just perfect for that little surprise I told you about. We're going to spend the whole morning painting these lovely trees.
Painting? Oh, boy, let's get started.
Gee, these trees don't look like they need painting. They're already colorful.
No, Grubby. We're not going to paint the trees. We're going to paint pictures of the trees.
Oh.
So, we got out our brushes and paper, and Gimmick and I started painting. But Grubby just stood there looking a little confused.
Gee.
What's wrong, Grubby? Don't you want to paint these beautiful trees?
Yeah, I'd like to, but it's so confusing.
What's confusing, Grubby?
All those colors. There must be millions of them.
Colors aren't that confusing, Grubby. There are really only 3.
3? What do you mean?
Nearly every color you see can be mixed together from only 3.
Really?
Now the first is red, yellow's number 2, and the final color is known as blue.
They do sound kind of familiar.
There's a lot that you can do with red and yellow and blue. You can make new colors for days and days. When you mix them up in different ways, there's a rainbow there for you.
There is?
In red and yellow and blue.
Oh, I don't get it, Teddy.
Just watch, I'll show you.
Oh, boy.
To make orange, you mix yellow with an equal amount of red.
Wow.
But if you want some purple, mix blue with the red instead.
Do you mean to say these are all I need to mix any color I see?
Just about, but it might be right to add black and white for dark and light.
Hey, this is starting to make some kind of sense. Or something.
There's a lot that you can do
With red and yellow and blue,
You can make new colors for days and days. When you mix them up in different ways, there's a rainbow there for you.
That's right.
in red and yellow and blue. Can you show me more?
Certainly. Now mix 1 part yellow with 1 part blue, and gradually you will get green.
Wow.
Now add some white and a little more blue.
Hey, looky, aquamarine.
Isn't that terrific, Grubby?
The most amazing thing I've ever seen.
Precisely.
There's a lot that you can do with red and yellow and blue. You can make new colors for days and days. When you mix them up in different ways, there's a rainbow there for you. In red and yellow,
Now brown and burgundy.
Red and yellow and blue.
Precisely.
red and yellow and blue. Soon, Grubby started painting pictures of the trees, too.
Yeah, and with lots of colors.
After a while, we all decided to go off in different directions so we could paint as many different trees as possible.
Yep, and we agreed to meet later on by the big funny-looking tree with bright blue leaves.
Okay, meet you back here by the big blue tree.
But a little while later, when Gimmick went back to find the big blue tree, it wasn't there.
How odd. There's a funny-looking tree with bright yellow leaves, but no funny-looking tree with bright blue leaves. Well, I'll just have to keep looking, I guess.
Things were getting very strange. Gimmick thought he heard giggling sounds coming from the tree.
Sometimes I imagine the silliest things.
And the same thing happened to Grubby.
When I tried to find my way back to the big blue tree, I could only find a funny-looking tree with bright red leaves. Not only was I lost, but I kept hearing little giggling sounds too.
And when I went back to find the big blue tree, I could only find a funny-looking tree with leaves that were purple.
Which is a combination of red and blue.
Blue tree, purple tree, I was so confused. Where's the funny-looking blue tree? And where are Gimmick and Grubby? Which way do I go now?
I don't know which way to go. Don't ask me. Which way, you say?
Hey, who said that?
Not me, not I. Me either. Maybe it was him. Maybe it was neither.
The mysterious voices seemed to be coming from the funny-looking tree that I had thought was purple, but now it was orange. Hey, is anybody in that tree?
No!
Hey, what's all the shouting about? Oh, hi, Teddy. Boy, am I glad I found you.
Teddy, Grubby, I thought I heard some voices.
Yeah, who were you talking to, Teddy?
Well,
Not to us. Not us. Somebody else. Maybe them.
wow, a talking tree.
That's no talking tree, Teddy.
Then what's going on, Gimmick?
Heavens to Grundo! I believe we've discovered the legendary Boggleberry tree. I understand it's the home of the Woggleys.
The Wogglies?
Well, what are the Wogglies?
Well, I'm not sure. I've never actually seen one. But if there are really any Woggleys hiding in those branches, there's one way to find out.
How's that?
According to an old story I once read, this should do the trick. Repeat loudly after me. Oggly, oggly, woggly, come out, come out, come out.
Oggly, oggly, woggly, come out, come out, come out. Suddenly, out of the tree, popped the cutest little creatures we had ever seen.
Oh, look, there they are.
They were just about cloud size.
And they were laughing and hopping all around us.
Well, how do you do? How do you do? I'm Gramps Woggly. Who are you?
Why, hello, Gramps. I'm Teddy Ruxpin, and these are my friends, Grubby and Newton Gimmick.
Hello, hello. How do you do? Pleased to meet you. How are you?
Well, if you Wogglies live here, Gramps, then this must be the Boggleberry tree.
That it is. Oh, yes, sirree. For generations we've lived in this tree.
Yes, we have. Yes, we do. It's true, it's true. It's true, it's true.
Then that explains why none of us could find the funny-looking tree with the bright blue leaves.
Why's that, Gimmick?
Because this is the funny-looking tree with the bright blue leaves. But it isn't blue right now. It's orange.
Hey, look. The leaves are changing color again.
And sure enough, the funny-looking tree with bright orange leaves turned back into a funny-looking tree with bright blue leaves, right before our very eyes.
Wow.
Heavens to Grundo.
It's amazing.
It's not really as amazing as it may first appear. You see, it happens all the time around here. A tree that changes colors all the time.
Oh, I see. So we were at the right tree all along.
Yes, precisely.
It seems as though you Wogglies really enjoy living here in Boggley World.
Oh, yes, we do. This is very true. It's a beautiful part of the forest, too. But we meet so few travelers passing through.
Guess they don't want to get lost.
That gives us lots and lots of space for leaping and jumping all over the place.
This is Wiggs. Wiggs is his name. He's our best jumper.
No wonder. Look at those feet.
The Wogglies spoke in rhyme almost all the time, and they were having so much fun jumping and swinging from the branches of the Boggleberry tree that we decided to join them.
Then they started singing, which is kind of like the way they talk, only with music. And we joined them in that, too.
We're the
Wogglies of the Boggley woods.
When they feel ecstatic, they're very acrobatic.
And hardly ever static, it's true.
They're elastically gymnastic.
Performance is fantastic.
Very enthusiastically too.
Precisely, because they're the Wogglies.
The
Wogglies of the Boggley woods.
You'll probably boggle and giggle and goggle.
A logical likelihood.
You see the Wogglies. The Wogglies of the Boggley woods. They reside in the vicinity of the Boggleberry tree. In case you're wondering where they can be found.
And the leaping is their favorite thing. They also like to laugh and sing.
And they're really fond of jumping up and down. Up and down. The Wogglies of the Boggley woods. You'll probably boggle and giggle and goggle a multiple likelihood. Let's say the Wogglies of the Boggley woods.
Singing and jumping and doing what Wogglies do.
Wogglies.
Wogglies.
Of Boggley woods.
You Wogglies have as much fun singing as Bob's do.
That shouldn't be a big surprise for relatives, you realize.
Oh, yeah. I thought you guys looked kind of familiar.
Ah, but there's many a difference, yes, sirree, between a fob and a woggly.
I'm feeling bigger, I'm proud to say. They helped us jump around.
Wow, I'll say.
And our ears, you know, are nice and large. That's how we wogglies hear the sounds of trolls and bounders and whatever may come near.
I see.
We've lots of friends here in the woods, so whenever we hear a stranger, we use our feet to jump and stomp and warn ourselves of danger.
That makes sense.
Precisely. There are many wogglies, as you can see, and all of us live in a family tree.
Brothers and sisters and uncles and cousins?
Yep, we wogglies live here by the dozens.
So different branches of the Woggly family live on different branches of the Boggleberry tree?
That's right. It's nice to watch the colors change, and it makes us all feel merry to be so near our favorite food. Fresh boggleberries!
They must be loaded with bounce.
After a while, it was time to go home. But we wanted to thank the Wogglies for all the fun we had with them. Gramps, we would like you to have our paintings of the trees of Boggley Woods.
Good idea, Teddy.
Yeah, you might enjoy looking at some trees that don't change color all the time.
On behalf of all wogglies, I'm happy to say thanks for these paintings you've given us today.
Yes, thank you! Hooray! Hooray! Hooray!
Oh, that's all right. It's been a delight.
And now it's time, I think we should, guide you out of this part of the woods.
Why, thank you.
I wondered how we were gonna get out of here.
It's the very least that we could do to really give our thanks to you.
Gee, I wish we could have made a painting of your Boggleberry tree.
But, Teddy, an accurate painting of a tree whose leaves change color constantly is, scientifically impossible.
As the Wogglies helped us find our way back, they explained to Gimmick how it was scientifically possible to make an accurate painting of a Boggleberry tree.
You can do it. It's my belief. If you use the boggleberry leaf.
Huh? Paint with a bunch of leaves?
Line up the leaves to form a paint that's kind of magic, strange and quaint. What's painted with it, you will see, changes colors constantly. That's brilliant. Now, why didn't I think of that?
When we got home, Gimmick tried it, and it really worked.
Gimmick named this discovery after our new friends and the tree they live in. So, if we hadn't been lost in Boggley Woods and met the Wogglies, we'd never have known about the newest color in the world.
You're right, Teddy. It's a color that keeps on changing, called
Woggle Boggle.
Boggle contains red and yellow and blue.
Yes, precisely.
There's a lot that you can do with red and yellow and blue. You can make new colors for days and days when you mix them up in different ways. There's a rainbow there for you. In red and yellow,
Brown and burgundy,
red and yellow and blue, precisely red and yellow and blue.